Good morrow, my quixotic comrades. This is Cavalier here, and today we'll be covering a deck to beat heroic Rafaam Unleashed, which is the guy that I made that sweet little Rafaam Cena video of, because he's got such a great intro. Oh, such a good intro. Anyway, this is a pretty standard. You're going to find a bunch of control priests. That's just the reality of this. It's a pretty good deck. It's pretty effective. I think I've only beat him the one time, and I think I'm like 1-3 or 1-2, something like that, which is not bad for a heroic boss. It can't always be as good as it was for the Steel Sentinel. The video I did for that, I'm 2-2 on him. I have 100% win rate with that deck. That's kind of crazy. But yeah. Anyway, so the hard mulligan that you want right here for this deck is going to be. In reality, it's going to be Shadow Word Death, because the only thing that really kind of screws that up is Scarvash. Then you're just going to have to take 10 damage to the face and deal with it. Everything else is, you don't want Mind Control if you can help it. You don't really want Entomb and stuff either, although Entomb's maybe okay to hold on to, but you kind of just want a bunch of early game stuff so that you can deal with stuff as it occurs. A lot of their cards aren't crazy good. They're you know, they're not terrible, but they're okay. Yeah, you just play it like a control deck. You want to keep the field clear as much as you can. You want to steal with Mind Control when you can. Although there's some cards, so if you have the choice between Entomb and Mind Control, and they drop something like a Giant Fin, probably is better off entombing than Mind Controlling. It's really just a judgment call. You'll play around with it. You'll figure it out. It's no big deal. Otherwise, it's, you know, pretty standard kind of deck. You, I guess, want to go for Jeweled Scarab and Museum Curator early on as well. You're usually better on turn 2 playing Jeweled Scarab than you are Museum Curator, just because Curator is going to find a Death Rattle, and a lot of Death Rattles are incredibly powerful. It doesn't seem like they would be, maybe, on the top of your head, but when you look up Death Rattle cards, a lot of them, like, okay, these are kind of the lower end ones, sure, no big deal, but you start to get to the point where you can discover, like, Abomination's wonderful, Sludge Belcher's crazy, let's not go into that too much. These are just the ones I have. God knows how many. Blood Mage Thalnos, holy crap, I didn't even realize that was in there. I think I actually got Karen when I did mine, which is, pretty nuts, even though I couldn't keep them, alive for very long. But yeah, that's the basic idea. It's not crazy important to have something like Dark Cultist right away, but it is pretty nice to have. Excavated Evil, you're probably going to want to hold on to that until they do that summon, fill their board with 3/3 Mummy Zombies, or whatever the hell they're called. Summoning Stone's also great late game. It might be absolutely necessary. I'm not totally sure about that, but it's definitely good to hold on to if you get well, you have to hold on to it if you get a turn 5 or 6, but try to hold on to it until you can play some other big spells like Holy Nova, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and cut here and get to the gameplay. Alright, here we go. Oh, wait, listen to this intro.
Rafaam, the Supreme Archaeologist!
God damn, that's amazing. Wow, this match is a lot longer than I remember. These episodes near the end are getting long. So, definitely want to get rid of Holy Nova. I got rid of Dark Cultist too. I guess, like I said, you want to go really hard for the removal. Oh, what the hell is it? Shadow Word Death. This is also annoying. This never goes away. These damn pop-ups here. But yeah, you want to go hard for Shadow Word Death. I think actually I might not even get it in time, which kind of blows massive cock. It seems like in general they don't play anything. They won't play anything from turn 1 and even turn 2. Yeah, like they didn't do this time. And basically, I'm down to either. That's okay, I guess. Either I have to get a kill. Was it? There's some sort of file. One of the artifacts you get is kill a random minion and hope that I can somehow make it so he's the only one. Now in this case, okay, so Slither Spear, pretty good because there's no minions on the field. That's probably one of the better ones to get, although it's not super necessary. I think what I do here is actually a very greedy little board clear. I'm really thinking about it. I think what I might do here is I might transform Slither Spear into the 2/1 and then burn everything with the other shard. Now, I wouldn't suggest doing this. It just so happened to work out well for me. So that's going to be on your judgment call. You're not going to always make super efficient trades. That's the unfortunate side of this. But you know, sometimes you have to make inefficient trades. Is really all that comes down to. Now, even though I have a summoning stone, I think it's a pretty bad idea to play it. Do I play it? I might actually play it. Looking at it now, I probably would play Jeweled Scarab and then see what I get out of that. But what was the thought process there, Cav? What were you doing?
The staff is nearly ready. Set up.
Probably thinking about Divine Spirit. I bet that's what I was doing. Although that was a really good draw too. So you'll see that because of Summoning Stone, I build a I build a board up pretty quickly. And I'm hoping that it hits Summoning Stone here. I probably should have attacked first before I played the other one, so it guaranteed that Summoning Stone gets hit, but it's not a huge deal. Nice little 0-cost spell. Gives you a target dummy or something. Yeah, that's always good. Yeah, you don't want Thought Steal. Although, honestly, now that I think about it, maybe you do, because you get a bunch of really cool cards out of that. Maybe Thought Steal would have been the right card to get there. But it's really up to whatever. In this case, Senjin, because they don't really have, as far as I know, no weapons. Imp Master's a little bit too slow. Go ahead and get 3 Senjins out there. Now you've got tempo and you're doing board control. That's awesome. That's good. Again, no Scarvash, which means that I can entomb that. That's unfortunate, but hey, what are you gonna do? So I think I actually might misplay here. I think I excavated evil after doing something else. What do you do here, Cav? No, I entomb. Okay. At some point, maybe it was in another attempt, I used excavated evil on Ancient Shade, or for everything, but it hit Ancient Shade. Yeah, turns out that that doesn't kill him because it only does 3 damage, and I can't do math apparently. Alright, here comes the Entomb. So they took the Summoning Stone, that's a big deal. Kinda sucks. But at least I got something that trades pretty evenly with the Nightshade there. Or Shade Watch, whatever the hell it is. It's unfortunate that I had to do an Entomb on Arcadis a little while ago, because he's not a great one to steal, but it's better than leaving him on the field, so just go ahead and do it. What happens here? Oh man, super useful. Yeah, I was very happy, as you can tell. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. But that being said, they burned a Twisting Nether. It kind of sucks, and I'm not going to be able to hit face or anything like that. But well, I think I might be able to with the what do I do here? I think I do Senjin into Fiola, and then I Divine Spirit something. Oh no, okay. So I'm setting up for next turn being able to flood the field. Actually, that's what I did. I'm setting up to use Mind Control, so that I can get, essentially, you're guaranteed a Deathwing, and I just hope they aren't going to be able to clear. Which they weren't able to clear, so how fucking great is that? And I'm going to steal a goddamn Genie of Zephyrs, which is, or sorry, Zinnar, which is pretty badass. So let's go ahead and do that, and I think I might even silence Naga Sea Witch. Yep, there's that Deathwing. Oh. So things are going alright so far. I have to wait. No. Do I do anything with that silence? Maybe I don't. I think I hold on to the silence in case I get another... No? Never mind. Yeah. It's not great, but it's okay. Alright, so this one I just kind of have to... Most of my big minions are going to survive. I really just want Senjin and Summoning Stone. That's it. Summoning Stone to survive. That's a pretty big deal. Especially since I only have 1 now. Alright. It's always a good little heal to have. So you'll see that if you can keep board control if you can do really hard board control in the beginning of the game, you might be able to. You're probably going to be able to. How do I say this? To establish a pretty heady board later on. That's where Summoning Stone and Mind Control are really crazy. I'm not even sure, as far as 10 mana minions go, I don't know that there are any other, besides Deathwing, that are just based at 10 mana. I'm trying to think now. I don't think so. I think everything else that's above 9 mana is like giants are like 20 or 12 or 15 or some shit like that. Excuse me. Yeah, I do here. Yeah. You don't. Oh, yeah. That's a good thing to point out. Violet Teacher and Summoning Stone will fill a board with a bunch of 1/1s and get nothing out of my spells. Very bad decision. So let's just go ahead. I just went ahead and got another Senjin. Alright, so this is what I was talking about with Excavated Evil. It's good to hold on to it. I don't have one. I don't draw one. That kind of sucks. But I can board control, so it's not a huge deal. I really just want to keep as much good shit alive for next turn to hit face as I can. So, let's see, I think alright now. I'm trying to get the deal 3 damage to all minions thing out of that, because that would have been probably the best overall to have. Raid Leader, that's nice. Yeah, that's an obvious pick, because you want to do as much damage next turn as you can, and he does an immediate effect if you have minions that don't have Summoning Sickness. Now, let's go ahead and trade one of those in. The idea here is I'm going to play another Senjin and a Raid Leader, I think. Yeah. And then the Summoning Stone can hit that 3/1, get rid of him. Then I can start trading, and I think we can get it down to basically only having like 1 mummy. I think the only major hard removal that they have is here, this is gonna be a fun little misplay. I think I saw a vial, and I was like, oh, that's the destroy 1 random minion, and I went, oh no, it's the gain mana crystals, and I about lost my fucking mind. So if this shows anything, you can absolutely misplay and still do all right, even though this is the very last boss. You can manage it. So that kind of sucked. I was mad about that, but luckily enough, I think the stolen, like the guy just did like Xenar there. I think that a Nazjar, I think they stay the same most times, and Deathwing might be the only actual 10 mana card because I just got him back. So that's really not a huge deal. Sucks I lost my Summoning Stone, but yeah, what are you gonna do? It's kind of weird now I look at, why does Deathwing have red on his health? That's strange. And Xenar didn't update either. That's strange. I wonder if that's a bug. Who knows? Excavated Evil's okay. Probably Inner Fire's better here, though. Well, there's not really anything that Inner Fire can help me with. I guess the Stone Skin. Right now, I'm going through and trying to figure out, okay, what exactly can I do? What exactly can I do to get lethal? I think I'm like 7 off lethal at this point. So that doesn't do me any good. Oh no, I still held on to it. Alright. Yeah, that gains me the most attack.
Take this blade.
Take you, dirty little whore. And since I can't get lethal, let's go ahead and control Summoning Stone. That's probably the best idea. Right? Come on, Cav. Don't be a dumbass. This is a bad time for that, because I have literally as many targets as I possibly could have. And I'm trying to figure out to myself, what are the chances that I can get another 6 damage or whatever? It's not very good, but I'm really dumb, so it takes me a little bit to figure that out here. I gotta say, as interactions go,
Where am I?
I actually really like. I like the way that this one is handled, where you're dealing with a bunch of old bosses. That's kind of cool, or I shouldn't say old, but bosses from earlier on. This was my actual last boss I had to do.
None may steal our
What am I trying to say? Bullshit did just occur, but whatever. This was the last boss I had to do before I got my legend, or not legend, my heroic card back. So I was kind of excited and in a fervor. You'll notice. My mouse just goes fucking nuts at the end of this here. All right, so I've got to last a little bit longer until there. I think 2 more turns, and then I'll be good. Gormok, fucking gotta go Gormok there. Because there's no reason to run Shadow Madness when they don't have a target. Even though that's a pretty good one too, Shadow Madness. Although I don't know that. I think it's only two attack that works for, but yeah. Alright, that kind of blows. So at this point, I'm just cursing under my breath and I'm super pissed off. But, resurrect, always good. Got a summoning stone, why wouldn't you?
Staff is nearly ready. Set up.
Okay. I think what I do here is I take their summoning stone and hope that it triggers off the mind control, but, spoiler alert, it doesn't. That's not how this game works. I thought maybe there'd be some sort of weird sequencing going on. I didn't really have a much better play, so. And it's good to have. It's a nice card to have. Alright, this is pretty much do or die time. Giant Fin's a great one to see him pull. That's pretty good too. That's also fine. So what are we at here? We're guaranteed 6. Oh, and that's that. I was trying to figure out what happened. That pretty much gave me the game right there. Oh, no, not Black Bunny. There you go. Yeah, so, yeah. I basically spend the rest of this spectating, not spectating, talking to Pez about whether or not to BM him as hard, or not BM, but try to run the zero cost deal damage to everything spell. I basically act like a child about this. That's all there really is to it. I'll probably end up cutting this a little bit out. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, God, I was so tempted to get him down to 1 and then just hope one of those hit. But, or, well, I guess down to 3 and hope 3 of them hit. But, and don't kill my stuff. But, you know how these things go. Oh, right. This is fun. What? I have what? I figured he was talking about Gormok at that point. I was like, that must be a WoW thing.
Well played.
But no, it's lethal. Alright, so let's just go for it. There you go, Cav. Good God.
I cannot be defeated.
Yeah, well, it turns out you can, motherfucker. So, oh, thank you, God. That's the end of League of Explorers. Oh, yeah, see, I'm losing my shit. I have never been so happy as at the end of that. That might be one of the greatest accomplishments. That might be one of the greatest accomplishments I've ever had in video games. That was such a good feeling. Oh God. Come on, I'm trying to stall till you get the fucking card back up. Let's go, you dickhead. Oh, there it is. Oh my God. Oh, it's so beautiful. I honestly, that was one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to do Heroic, was because I love the way that card back looks. Anyway, guys, here's the very end. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see some more, and like if you like. I did, in fact, go and spend $50, and I bought fucking 50 packs. I'll link that in the cards, or whatever the hell they're called. That stupid little box that shows up in the top right corner of the video. And until next time, guys, next adventure, whatever it is, I will see you around. Huffer, please.
Please, Huffer.
Huffer, I need you! I need you, Huffer! Fuck! Fuck! Oh, Huffer, you dick! Oliver is such a dick. What's going on? I'm trying to indicate with my mouse, even though it doesn't work like that. That's Ryan. Yeah, I'm not really sure if this is before or after. I think it's a little bit after the first one. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. Let's start out with this bullshit. Oh! Oh, God!
Job's done.